Okay, now I do 2 mock drafts. The first one is what I would do, which is just for fun. You can hold me accountable. The second one is, this is what I think is going to happen. So I was on the phone last night, yesterday afternoon, and this morning. There was a lot of Bears rumors, but the reality is about Ashton Jeanty. But again, to make a trade work, a lot of teams want things. I'm told the Jags want to go get Travis Hunter. Well, what do we get? Right? Like, what do we get for it? So there's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of calls. Very rarely do you get moves in your top 10 picks, but there's a lot of calls on it. So here is what I'm hearing. Here is what I believe will happen. Number 1, Cam Ward. This is an easy one. Good fit with Brian Callahan's offense, and more than anything, he is a major talent upgrade over who the Titans played at quarterback last year. Last year, Tennessee's quarterbacks combined for 22 touchdowns and 21 picks. This is a no-brainer. Number 2, most talented athlete in the draft. I think a historically gifted athlete, Travis Hunter, goes to Cleveland. They are getting calls on Travis Hunter, and not just one. They're going to, I believe, keep him. He's a very unique, maybe not a Shohei Ohtani, maybe he is, but just not a lot of guys ever like this. So he goes number 2. I think the New York Giants are going to go get Abdul Carter. It is a starless draft, and he is one of the 4 or 5 stars in the draft. Listen, they've already got a very good defensive line, but what a lot of teams do, best player available, and there's no question at this point, he's the best player available. Patriots go offensive tackle Will Campbell, LSU. Reality is they have the worst O-line in the league. They can get running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers elsewhere. There's only 4 or 5 O tackles that people really, really like, maybe fewer than that. Will Campbell, you got Drake May, now you got to protect him. Number 5, the Jaguars go for one of the cleaner players in the draft, Mason Graham. They could not stop the run last year. And by the way, they've got Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen, so he's a nice combo in there, and their defensive line will be set for years. So I think Mason Graham's a play that I love Mason Graham, and a lot of it is I watch so much Michigan football and Big Ten football. Every game I watched, he won the battle against any offensive lineman he faced. Number 6, the Raiders. I believe they're going to get Ashton Jeanty. Listen, they need a receiver, and they need a running back, and Pete Carroll is old school. He likes to create a run game. He had his most success with Marshawn Lynch in the pros and Reggie Bush and Lendale White in college. They need him. I think this is a really unique running back first-round talent. Number 7, the Jets go for Tyler Warren. Listen, I know they have a defensive coach. They don't have enough weapons. So Garrett Wilson needs some protection. I saw Warren play at USC and catch 17 balls. He's not Brock Bowers, but he's got so much dexterity and so much versatility, I don't think the Jets can pass on him. They're just not Jets get no tight end production. He solves it for the next 5 years. Number 6, the Panthers. Jalen Walker. I mean, again, it's another Georgia pass rusher. He was like a 5-star recruit. Hype. Sometimes he lives up to it. Sometimes he does not. But again, in a super starless draft, he's a good pass rusher from Georgia. They generally work out okay. And number 9, the Saints, they could use offensive line help. I think they go with Mykel Williams from Georgia again. They didn't have a good defense last year. They got to rebuild their offensive line, but this feels like best player available. And again, these Georgia guys, it doesn't matter if they underachieve a little or they got some character stuff. They come into the NFL and they can play. And so that's where I think he goes. Number 10, the Bears. They would love a star running back. I think the Bears are going to get Will Johnson, the corner. Listen, they got Jalen Johnson on one side. This is a team that spent a ton of money on offense over the last 2 years. They need to get cheap on defense. I think he's a very good corner. They have to upgrade their secondary. And remember, they spent money. They're spending money right now in their O-line and their D-line. They're spending money in the trenches. They got wide receivers. You can get a running back later. Go get the best corner. He doesn't run a 4-3. He's an excellent corner in a division with smart offensive coaches. Number 11, Niners. I think they get Kelvin Banks. Left tackle Trent Williams is 37. They lost 2 offensive linemen to free agency. Aaron Banks obviously went to Green Bay. And Jalen Moore went left tackle. Backup actually went to the Chiefs. So, listen, if you're going to spend money on Brock Purdy, who's had a couple of injuries already, you got to protect him. I think this, in my opinion, is the best offensive lineman in the draft. Number 12, Cowboys, Omario Hampton. Listen, folks, they don't have enough offensive firepower. Jerry likes stars. He wanted to draft Johnny Manziel at one point, and they talked him out of it. This kid is Joe Mixon with a better burst. Why not? I mean, again, if you're going to spend money on Dak Prescott, you got to get him weapons. And you got one right now in CeeDee Lamb. I think they go big. It's exciting. It's explosive, and Jerry will love the attention. I think number 13, we have our first trade up. I think the Rams trade up with Miami. Miami moves back. The Rams trade up and get Colston Loveland, the tight end. They tried to move up last year for Brock Bowers. It was too rich. So they're just not getting enough tight end production. So the feeling with the Rams is they've got Devontae Adams and Puka. They've got Kyron Williams, the running back. The O-line is settled. Let's go get a star tight end for Matt Stafford this year and next, his last couple of years with the Rams. They move up. Dolphins move back. Number 14th pick, the Colts will take, in their eyes, the best player available, Armand Membu from Missouri. Guy's a monster. The reality is, outside of Quentin Nelson, nobody else played 17 games on the O-line for the Colts. Chris Ballard will be patient. He'll let the best player fall to him. And then number 15, the Falcons take Jahad Campbell. Now, the Falcons, the last four drafts, they've gone offense in the first round. That's why their defense is not very good. So Michael Penix is fine. The O-line's fine. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Their offense is fine. They need to be faster and more athletic on defense. And Campbell's an underrated player. Most Bama players are not underrated. Guy's an unbelievable freak athlete. Best linebacker in the draft, probably. So this is what I think will happen. Okay, this isn't what I would do. This is what I believe will happen. I do think the Rams will move up. I think they'll wait as long as they can. But I think the Colts would take Colston Loveland if he was available, and the Rams know that. So they're going to jump the Colts at the last second to get a tight end who, by the way, everybody loves. If he was available, I can tell you, the Broncos would look at him, the Chargers would look at him, and the Rams would take him. So I do think, and the Rams don't have a lot of need. They need, at some point, an offensive tackle, a corner, a tight end, and maybe an inside linebacker.